You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the February 5th meeting of the Michigan City Port Authority Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Port Authority Board of Directors meeting. I call the meeting into order and looking for approval to the meeting minutes from January 8th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, comments from the public. Have any comment? Go ahead.
You need to say aye.
Good evening. I'm Dale Moyer. I'm the Board of Directors for the South Shore Sailing School. Thank you for having us. Saw a newspaper article recently about some of the work that may be going on in the NIPSCO wall there in the channel. We're shared space here with all of you. We teach sailing in the summertime, so we're just curious to know any additional information you might have about the when we'll be involved in that, things like that, just so that we can take that into consideration around the sailing and the safety of our students.
Yeah, well, last I read, they didn't have any actual time updates other than the
Yeah,
start.
I know as much as you do.
Yeah.
I saw the article in the paper.
Yeah.
But if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Okay, how would you let me know?
Well, I've got a number for you guys in the office
Okay.
there. So email or,
My understanding is from the articles this summer. Is that yours too, or?
yeah, that's what it said, but, you know,
They didn't lock it in. They didn't lock a date in, but
yeah.
Okay.
But we'll keep an eye on
Any
it.
other work that you're aware of, such as building up the, any more work on the,
I expect the Corps of Engineers to be here this summer to put more stone on the outer break wall.
okay,
But I don't have a date for that yet either.
okay. And there's been talk of dredging. Is that going to be happening too, as far as you know?
I haven't heard anything about dredging.
Because, you know, the boats are sticking, right? They're hitting the shallow parts.
I
there.
have heard that, but I have not heard anything from the Corps on dredging.
Wow, okay.
Now, that doesn't mean they don't have something in the works, I just haven't gotten a notice about it yet.
Do they reach out to you to inform you, or is it just?
Usually,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
You bet.
Hi, just a couple quick things. Are we looking for any security upgrades this year in addition to what was done last year?
security. Yeah, we have security in place for the season, yes.
Okay, but is there anything in addition to what we did? Because didn't we have a number of break-ins on the 800 dock last
Or
year?
they swam from the beach from the dune over, yeah. So,
Okay.
but yeah, we plan on having the traffic, a little different approach to a few things.
Mhm.
So that.
How about the cosmetic repairs to the marina with the koi pond and the clock and some of those things?
That's on our to-do list.
Okay, is there a cost in there on how much that will cost or?
Well, not yet, it depends on how we go about it, right? So if we hire it out, it's gonna cost more than if we try to do it in-house.
Mhm.
So we're looking at the other things on our schedule and who we have available and when we're gonna do it, right? So,
Okay, all right. And is that things like the clock and, it doesn't, I don't know the last time that worked correctly. That's a small thing. I think the koi pond is the bigger issue on the other side there. Okay, how about Wi-Fi? Is it, we still had complaints with the Wi-Fi last year.
right, so the Wi-Fi is the same. What I've been telling people that ask if they need more robust Wi-Fi than what we provide, they should investigate alternatives such as their own hotspot and or a Starlink. There's a group of guys on the 300 dock that have a Starlink antenna. I saw one out on the end of the 800 dock as well. So those are the options.
Okay, all right, thank you.
May I ask one follow-up question, please? The crane, we rely on it significantly to move the boats in and out. Of course, it's been there since the 1960s, and I know there's been a lot of work over the years to refurbish it. It's still a bit clanky, as you all probably well know. Is there any plan to do any more further refurbishment, or?
Yeah, we have the outfit coming in to give it an inspection and see what we can do with that to make it smoother and more operable.
Okay, good. Is that coming in before the summer?
That's the plan, yeah.
Okay.
Is Amanda takes care of all the That's the girl's name, isn't it? Man, she takes care of all promotions and media and all that, doesn't she? Okay, so I have to ask her next time. Okay.
We're all good. All right, reports from the harbor master.
All right, since last time, we've completed removing all the Christmas lights. Currently, we've decided to start removing the de-icers from the marina. 98% of the ice is gone. And looking at the forecast, it doesn't look like it's going to be cold enough, long enough for ice to come back and damage anything. So we're going to pull the de-icers and start putting the ladders back in and get that out of the way. It's about 8 weeks at this point to April 1st, and I expect the charters will be coming in before that. So, we've also repaired some of the dock boxes that were out on the 7 and 800 dock, and we assembled a second winterizing cart that we won't actually use till next fall. But, sometimes when you're looking the situation over and you wonder, why didn't we do that sooner? So we have one winterizing cart, which means we can winterize one boat at a time. But quite often, with 2 teams of people, you could do 2 boats at a time if you had a second cart. So we put together a second cart. So now we can do rack boats simultaneous to doing a boat in the hoist. And things should go a little quicker. And that's all I have for the time being, unless anybody has any questions.
All good? All right, moving on. Reports from the Assistant Harbor Master Administration, Ms. Plicky.
Okay. The next meeting is on the 19th, which is President's Day. The office will be closed that day, but we could still come in and have the board meeting that night if the board wants it.
Fine with me.
What do you want to do?
Whatever you want to do.
19's fine.
Other options? I will not be here on the 19th, but if there's other options, it could be. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do the 26th. You could do the week before, but I can't do the week after.
I can't do the 26th either. We could do we can do a different day other than Mondays, maybe.
Yeah.
Prior to the 19th, yeah.
I don't have any problem coming in on President's Day because I don't really do anything. I mean, it's just, I know it's a holiday, but I don't do anything. What do you do on President's Day?
I get double time that day.
We still have the Zoom option? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't do that.
I mean, I'll do anything. It doesn't matter to me. I'm with what's your name?
Bruce.
Bruce. I'm with Bruce.
I'm with that guy. What do you think, Mr. President?
It seems like
If we're gonna change it, we need to make a motion on that.
19th works for me. I can't do anything after 19th. We're in February. So I'd have to be before. So I'd have to be the Friday before. If anybody wanted to do that. Otherwise, we leave it at the 19th.
Yeah, but we don't need to make a motion for that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can set it up for Zoom for you, even out of the country. If you have internet access,
Yep.
all you need is internet access.
Okay.
In the office right now, we'll be working on getting the billing out by the end of next week for the last payment. That's all.
So we left it on the 19th?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Ferguson, Budget and Financial Oversight Review and approval of the bills to be paid.
Thank you, Mr. President. We've got bills we didn't meet the second meeting in January, so we have a little bit more to pay on. A couple of double bills. I'm going to look at the highlighted sheet real quickly. A credit card from Uline Financial. We had 2 of those, totaling a little over $5,600. Same thing with security. We have two bills on that, totaling about $9,400. Our major insurance liability premium was due. That's the $84,934. That does not include automobile insurance that comes in at a later time. I think that's in the summer. Moving down, we had 2 NIPSCO bills also, just because of the way the meetings were set up, and those total about $21,000. The other 2 substantial pieces are Wayne Heating for a Trail Creek heater that we had to have either work on or parts replaced. That was one of the main heaters in probably the work area, I'm imagining, down Trail Creek. And then we had some damage associated with some equipment for Stevens Marine, totaled $7,200 and roughly $9. There were about $10,000 more of real small items, and you can see that in your detailed listing. I looked at those, and those are pretty small. So unless there are any questions, I'll make a motion that we pay our bills that total $141,729.07. Made a motion to pay that.
What is this second page here, this 947? 99.
That's just the credit card fees.
I'm sorry, honestly, Bruce, I'm sorry, I didn't look at those are the EFT, the extras, that they would be included in the 141.
No, that's separate because they were electronic transfers.
Right.
Yeah.
So those are separate. I thought those were always included in that front page. So those are the merchant service, the fees that we pay for using the credit card. They total $947.99. Can we include that somehow in the front? Just the total somehow?
Yeah, I can put that.
Appreciate that. So I revised that motion to include both of those bills, $947.99 and $141,729.07.
I'll second it.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. Mr. Haynes is out playing Mexico. Port operation personnel, I think everything's pretty much just getting ready for the season. As far as that all goes. Mr. Messina, Voter Communication Special Events.
I think I mentioned in the last meeting we had about attachments to fishing licenses. And I was gonna bring copies of the article to everybody to read, but I have yet to see anything further on it or hear anything more. So I don't know if it's died or if it's just in limbo somewhere, but until I do, maybe I'll just hold off. I believe, Mr. Crane, did you ever chance to read it?
Yeah.
Kinda interesting, wasn't it?
It is interesting.
Yeah. So I have nothing else to report on.
Thank you, sir. All right. Mr. Mariner, Master Planning Special Projects, Park Wayville.
The only thing I have is we're still working on the master planning and special projects list that we made earlier this year for what we have to do in 2024, hopefully, if we get enough money to do it. So we'll go from there. Park liaison. You got anything, Phil?
I'm sorry.
You got anything from the park for us?
No, we have a meeting this Wednesday, but nothing that will.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, see, you got the meeting same we do.
No.
Yeah, okay. So I have nothing for the park board.
Ms. Buettner is gone, so Mr. Zach, new attorney.
I made up to the board and to staff a draft of the 2023 internal controls report. What I propose is board members and staff, if they can look it over prior to the next meeting, if you have any comments, email them to me, and I will incorporate them into the final version of the report, which I'll present at the February 19th meeting. And at that meeting, I will address any board questions and formally present the report to the board for 2023. And that's all I have.
Comment? Do you foresee any major changes or happenings?
What I can tell you is the draft report will reflect the internal controls are working as intended. The only issue, and it's not really an issue because we determined that it did not rise to the level of materiality or a reportable event, was the fuel dock issue. And so what I'm going to do is incorporate the memorandum to the board. Can't remember the date of that, but it was sometime, I think September 11th. Yeah, that was the date. So I presented a memorandum and some recommendations to the board on September 11th. I'm going to incorporate that into the 2023 internal controls report, and the board can take any action that they want on that. I think what we had decided back in September was that staff would look into some of the recommendations and make their recommendation to the board, and then if a board action was necessary, then the board could take it up. But I think it's basically something staff could do, management can take care of that. But it's just to report to the board that we are aware of that issue. It's not material for purposes of reporting, and it wasn't what we considered a reportable event because it wasn't intentional. It was oversight and lack of training on the part of the young employees who were at the fuel dock.
Thank you. I have a comment. Good. To Tim and to Phil Freeze from the park board. I'm one of those many people that really enjoy coming down to Washington Park and Feathers Alley and just enjoying all that it offers, winter, summer, all the time. And I just wanted to thank both of you and your organizations for keeping a good, up-to-date with the sand blown and the snow so far this year. It's really, the view out the lake, for those of you that don't look at it very often, you have to get to the lake to get a view, and sometimes all the sand and snow keep us from doing that, and the walkway out towards the pier. It's really a remarkable job that you guys have both been doing. I appreciate. I don't know who does all of it, but I know you collectively get together with it. I just want to thank you.
Very nice.
That's all.
I have nothing else. Anybody?
Maybe thank Mrs. Pilecki for putting out the meeting dates for the remainder of the year.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I'd appreciate
Put them in
that
my
too.
logbook
Thank you.
today.
Mr. Mayor, you have anything else?
No, I have nothing else. Just our guests, if they have anything to say, I have
I
nothing.
think we already hit all the guests. I think we're all good there.
One last thing, I'm sorry. I think what it was, it's all right, I'll save it for another day, it's fine. I think the one thing was communication. Can we be notified, the voters, when there are the meetings, so more people can come to them? I know that it's the first Monday of the month, but a lot of times people.
It's listed on the website too.
Okay.
It'll be listed on the website. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, but sure. No problem.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second that.
I said we're adjourned.
Let's do it. I'll look at this.